And good afternoon, everyone. This we can advance. My educational background is in human community development and agriculture economics. I've worked in my current field for 17 years at North Carolina A&T, and this slide also highlights some of the professional organizations that I am a part of. Here's a snapshot of some of the program areas that I have been able to conduct throughout my career, but if I had to sum it up, I would say I spend most of my time building community capacity, increasing community cohesion, and empowering community members to do the work that they have been tasked to do. One of such areas is leadership development and helping communities to work together to address common issues. One of our signature programs I oversee is Community Voices, which develops grassroots leaders. And this program is typically implemented by county agents, but sometimes I get the fortunate pleasure to work directly with community groups. And so we have also had the pleasure to work in several other states outside of North Carolina. And we recently received a award for being recognized for some of the accomplishments by my state specialist association. We also found a niche expanding civic education to 4-H youth through the Youth Stepping Forward program initiative. With support from the National 4-H Council, we have been teaching youth skills around decision-making as well as problem solving. And through that success, they have been able to tackle issues that they care about, such as food security, youth violence, as well as caring for the natural environment. Other areas that I have been able to work in has been in the field of food systems development and capacity building. With some of these projects, we have been able to expand opportunities to help work with local farmers. We also have worked on issues around food insecurity and food access. And this slide is a kind of description of some of the grants that we have been able to get funded working on some of these issues. One of the first projects is really that I want to highlight is a USDA project that focuses on working with farmers that raise hogs on pasture. In this project, we kind of looked at some of the environmental, farm management, and marketing issues that they face. Most notably of the program impacts, I help producers to decipher their current marketing options. They help them to realize the benefits of working together collaboratively as a cooperative. It took a great deal of work, but it paid off. And actually, the co-op is still in operation many years later. And the project was highlighted in the Rural Cooperative magazine in 2011, which is a publication of USDA Rural Development. Also, in another project that I had an opportunity to work with was with the United Hmong Association. Unbeknownst to most people, North Carolina has the 4th largest Hmong community in the US, and most of them live in counties about an hour and a half southwest of our campus. And so with this partnership, we partnered with the United Hmong Association along with our local extension offices and Virginia State Cooperative Extension to build a program where they could learn skills around farm management and marketing. And so being open to them in this process and listening to them as stakeholders, we were able to build a program that worked for them. We realized early on that women play a far more active role in making decisions, family decisions, as it relates to them reestablishing themselves as farmers in North Carolina. So we did a host of activities to engage with both women as well as men. We did a combination of classroom and hands-on training using a grower school model. And we also had a demonstration site where we could showcase season extension techniques, and they was able to put to practice a lot of things that we talked to them within the classroom. We also sponsored several field day events. And within that, we really sustained some good program impacts. And from that, one of the most notable recognitions we got was in 2014 when the program received a Community Sustainable Program Excellence Award from the International City and County Management Association in 2014. Lastly, in this area, I currently manage a W.K. Kellogg grant where I work with a host of partners. In this project, we're really trying to look at some of the root causes of inequities within food system work, particularly looking at structural barriers that they may face. And so within this slide really summarizes some of the projects that I have been a part of. As far as my third area of focus is really around civil discourse. In 2016, ECOP charged a small team of extension and non-land grant university professionals to examine the capacity of us to use dialogue as a process to promote racial understanding and healing. And you will hear a little bit more later from another presenter, but I was able to be a part of that rapid response team. And in 2018, North Carolina assembled a state team, and we were trained to present this program to our staff. I used grant funds to host a 2-day workshop, in-service workshop for extension staff in 2019. From both of those workshops, 43 staff members were trained along with 6 community-based leaders. In 2020, our team also organized 10 virtual sessions and hosted dialogues that include more than 140 people. And so again, that was a tremendous opportunity for us, and we continue to work in that endeavor. This wraps up my presentation, and thank you again for the opportunity to share some of my program highlights.
Thank you for sharing, Michelle. I really appreciate the presentation, and I look forward to continuing to read the comments in the chat. So thank you so much.